Welcome back to the Heat Check Podcast, episode 47. It is our February recording here in 2026, and we are excited to be back at it. Not a huge slate. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. We're going to check in, talk about a little bit about the Cardinals, but not how you might think. Spring training is kicked off and the Diamondbacks are underway. We'll touch on that a little bit and check in on the Suns as well. So just doing some check-ins today. I'm your host, Chris Patrick. Thank you for tuning in and watching us here on our YouTube channel, Valley Sports Plug, or listening to our audio only on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. As you know, anywhere you can find podcasts, you can find Valley Sports Plug. But I'm here today with my co-hosts. And guys, I just realized I'm really out of it. I didn't come up with any clever names.
No,
for you. I know. No. It's absolutely terrible.
Hit him off the fly, though.
All right, we have Scottie Scheffler's Caddie, VSP Tallman.
Yeah,
there he is.
Finally, I got a promotion. How
you feeling there, Sniffles? I know you're a little under the weather.
Yeah, I'm a little under the weather, but this is how my work ethic is so incredible that no days off. So we didn't use a sick day today.
No sick days. You gotta save those
sorry.
Sick days.
If you guys get sick, this is your fault, dude. Don't come blaming me or any shit like that. It's not on me.
Tallman, you don't even have any PTO days to take, so sick days.
No, that is incorrect, sir.
I mean,
good sir, you are wrong with that. I do have PTO days.
Yeah, well, you gotta use them, man. You can't take them with you when you're gone. So you gotta use them.
That's a good point.
You know. And then we have the manager of horses at Turf Paradise, Michael Benjamin. It's almost Derby season.
Just because I started to gamble a little bit more, now I am the aficionado of everything gambling, which is so far off base. These guys spend way more money on those apps than I do. So
he's like, I'm going to put $500 on the over on the win total for the Arizona Cardinals
you know what?
In the 2026 season.
You know what? I am.
And that's why I was like, who is this guy? Oh, I'm only going to bet $10 on the Super Bowl.
4.5
But I'm going to put 500 on them to win 5 games.
Cardinals will friggin' put out Malik Willis's corpse and the Cardinals should win 5 games next year. At least that's the hopes.
I don't know, man.
I think it's possible. I wonder what Kyler Murray thinks. I wonder if he would tell you to take the over.
He's just sad that he wasn't able to touch a shovel on the groundbreaking of the new facility.
Well, he did say what last season? He was like, if I'm here, or something like that, right?
He's not going to be here.
Yeah, but gentlemen, I'm happy to have you here in Studio B in the East Valley Sports Plug Studios, and like I said, a light schedule for us today, but we'll see where the day takes us. But let's get right into it here. Larry Fitzgerald will be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this summer. Was technically summer, August, July or August, something like that. Yeah,
it's the Hall of Fame game, right? No.
That's
around that same time.
Yeah.
So it'll be the Hall of Fame game, I think, is on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And then they have the special introductions or something Friday, and then the actual ceremony, I think, is on Saturday. It's a full event.
I'm sorry, Mike. You cannot convince me to go to Ohio.
Come on.
I'm not doing it.
You know what, guys? I already literally have it on my calendar.
Do you really?
No, but I'm going to do it.
But he's going to put it on his calendar now.
Do you know anybody that's been to Ohio before?
I think I've been through Ohio.
Oh.
I've never actually visited Ohio.
That kind of counts.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not a lot to do there. But hey, that would be a fun experience. I do agree with Mike. That would be fun to go out of state,
I'm being a hater.
Go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
You're missing the entire point about it. I'm not going to go sightsee in Canton, Ohio. I'm going to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm going to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. You see everything, see the enshrinement. This is our number one Mount Rushmore guy, guys. What kind of person, other than Devin Booker, is going to come around within our lifetime and exemplify the absolute epitome of a professional and a great person, other than Larry Fitzgerald? Why would you not want to go to honor him? Because hell, when the hell are the Arizona Cardinals going to honor him and put him in the Ring of Honor? I don't even know if he wants to go into the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
He hasn't retired yet.
Well, how can you go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame if you're not technically retired?
Because he hasn't played for the last 5 seasons.
But so he could technically go into the Hall of Fame and then unretire, and then
Well,
sign and play. I mean, obviously he's like
that's
40 something years old. Like,
I'm not smart enough for that question, Chris. I don't know.
well, it's crazy because I know Mike's got some stats here he's going to break down for us. But do you know, Mike, if maybe you have it there in your notes, the full class? Because it's Larry, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri made it.
That's
right.
And Drew Brees.
And there was one other guy, the 49ers receiver, right?
Oh, Roger Craig. Roger Craig.
That's right.
Was he a running back or a receiver /
Oh, he might have been a running back. You're probably right. Actually.
But that was a cool one too. You know, not a 49ers fan, but he came from those 80s teams with Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, and all those guys have been waiting for years for him to get in. So I don't know if you guys watched all of the, when they have the Pro Football Hall of Famer go and knock on the door of guys' house.
Yeah.
That was the one that brought a tear to his eye. I almost brought a tear to my eye because he was just waiting for so many years. But this is a great class, man. I mean, Luke Kuechly, I think a lot of people forget how great he was in his short period of time, which was, I think, less than 10 NFL seasons.
It was 8 seasons, I believe.
But he was absolutely one of the best linebackers that we've ever seen in the 21st century. So well-deserved. Drew Brees, absolutely. Adam Vinatieri, how many clutch kicks? I mean, like the class was great, and it was awesome to see that when they did the NFL honors, the award show that they do when they announce the entire class, Larry was the one being led off by Kurt Warner, his good buddy. So
that's cool.
I mean, the story of Arizona sports, guys, we know we have to find the silver linings, and Larry Fitzgerald is the epitome of it. So why would you not want to go and celebrate in Canton, Tallman?
No, I mean, it's a good point, because that's really all we have is Larry Fitzgerald. Because you mentioned Kurt Warner. It's like, well, Kurt Warner is not just ours, right? He came from St. Louis.
True.
Larry, he was one and done here in Arizona, right? We're not sharing him with anybody else. So I understand why you would want to go, because it's that much more special, because this is us, right? This is our dude. But Ohio just sounds terrible, man.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
no, it's because he doesn't have any more PTO days, Chris.
Well,
that's why. That's the real reason.
But it's possible.
You got to check his meetings and his
it's possible.
all that. Yeah. No, but I think it's really cool. I do like that you brought up the videos, Mike, because those always, there's some touching ones. There's some good ones out there from throughout the years. I did think some of the ones from this class were a little underwhelming, like the Luke Kuechly one. Like, he just kind of looks confused coming into his kitchen, and he's like, "Oh, hey, guys," and like, I don't know. But it was cool with Larry because it was Randy Moss, right, on like a boat.
Yeah.
I wonder how much, because obviously like there's cameras around and stuff, so I wonder how much of that is a genuine surprise versus like.
Yeah, I wonder. It's probably more so the surprise of who is greeting them, obviously, because, and especially for Larry. I mean, it did look like when he was walking on, like inside of the boat, the camera angles that were outside might have been like hidden cameras to a certain extent. But these guys are also like, they're not stupid. Like,
yeah,
there are a real easy list of guys that will always be first ballot Hall of Famers. The next one that's coming up pretty soon is Tom Brady. So like when their time frame comes, like you think that they have to be expecting it. But that was the coolest moment about Larry walking on that boat and seeing Randy, because it everything comes to full circle with that, because you talk about when he was a kid watching his idol in Randy Moss when he worked for the Minnesota Vikings as a ball boy, to now having his own moment within that. I mean, the one thing that's so special about sports is, when it ends for professional athletes, when you do get to celebrate your career as a whole, you think of the entire journey. And for Randy, he was one of those guys who was there from the very beginning, you could say. So that was just, man, I just keep getting tingles thinking about it, because like Tallman said, man, he is our guy, and he is our childhood
That's true.
at this point too, so that's why it was so upsetting the way that he kind of unceremoniously left the NFL. And not that he needed to do the 1 year hurrah like we've seen in the NBA and things like that, but it was just up and poof, and he was gone. And then we went into the Kyler Murray era, and that's where we've been the last 6 years. You know,
But
so
are you surprised though? Like he's such a humble guy, where he's like, no, don't celebrate me. Which is like, it sucks because all we wanted to do was celebrate him. You know what I mean? And he didn't give us a chance to do that. But I'm not surprised. I mean, that's just who he is, and like he's been the ultimate professional every single day, every single year throughout his career, where there's not a single person that can say, oh, he's a bad guy or I hate him. I mean, he's done, like I said, the ultimate professional. I mean, he said everything right. He's done everything right on and off the field. There's no doubt that he was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but it's I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's a little bittersweet, like you guys said, the way he went out and like never getting a ring when he had opportunities. Like there was, how many years did we hear like, oh, Larry might sign with the Patriots, Larry might go to the Patriots, and then he wanted to be here and wanted to stick it out here, even when the writing was on the wall that he was not going to win a championship here.
We even talked about it too, where, I mean, I don't know if you guys were in the same camp, but I was like, go for it, man. You know, I was all for it. Like, I don't blame you at all. I'm not saying, everyone should go chase a ring, but like that's the ultimate, cherry on top of the cake there is go win that Super Bowl ring, because that's the only thing he's missing.
Yeah, and I kind of compare it a little bit to Steve Nash when he went to the Lakers, where it's like, I don't know if anyone was happy about him going to a division rival, as much as division rivalries don't really mean anything in basketball, but it was like, yeah, if Steve gets a ring, like that's deserved.
It's the Lakers, though.
But the biggest difference with that is, obviously Steve made pretty much his whole career here, but he did have a pretty good stint in Dallas as well. Mm-hmm. But he left the Valley and never looked back. Whereas Larry Fitzgerald still has deep roots here, still lives in the Valley, still is actively going to Suns games. And I mean, you've seen him at the Y, and he's raising his family here, it seems like. Mm-hmm. And so like what Larry means to the Valley is just next to none. And I mean, you look at a guy like Shane Doan, very similar in a lot of ways, but like we don't have that hockey team anymore. And like hockey is just not that big in the Valley. So I am happy for Larry. And the first ballot aspect of it, I think, is extra cool.
Oh, 100%. Man, yeah, there's just something always special about those 1% athletes that you embrace as a fan base that embraces you back, right? And that list is very small, right? And he epitomizes everything about that. Yeah, his son's about to graduate from Seton, go play at Notre Dame.
Damn.
Like I've been reffing at the Y on Saturdays. There's Larry sitting in the corner chatting it up with random people. That was the other thing too, is he was such a humble individual where he never seemed like he was unapproachable, even when he was just a larger than life individual. Like anytime I ever saw him, and I met him a couple of times, and a lot of that was kind of during training camps when they used to have him at Flagstaff. But just the biggest smile on his face, willing to shake everybody's hand, interact with the kids. And it's like, that's part of what being an athlete is. And we know that there's some people who just don't want to go into that because either they're not the biggest people person, or man, it's so hard because you don't really have a private life when it comes to being that high profile of an athlete. But that's why whenever you hear people talk about Larry, the only thing you ever hear is how he exemplified what it was to be a professional athlete in every facet, how you carry yourself on and off the field. So that's why this was a no-brainer that he was first ballot Hall of Famer. But Chris, can I break down the stats just so
please,
that the people have them for him real quick? Obviously, we know he was drafted 3rd overall in the 2004 NFL draft out of
Pitt.
The old Pitt. Second all-time in receptions, 1,432. Second all-time in receiving yards, 17,492. Sixth all-time in receiving touchdowns with 121. He averaged 1,000 receiving yards in 9 of his 17 seasons. Famously, this is the biggest famous one, has more tackles, 41 tackles than dropped passes in his career, 29.
Wow.
A couple of his accolades, he was the 2008 NFL receiving yards leader, the 2008 and 2016 reception leader. And if you ask him, his biggest accolade was that 2016 Walter Payton Man of the Year win. Because just of what that means, not just on the football field, but what it means in your community. So Tallman said it. He did what he did leaving the Arizona Cardinals because he didn't want to be glorified because he always saw football is a team sport, right? You only achieve that goal if everybody works together to get to that level, right? So he never was a guy where it was like it would be unfair for me to be glorified, like I said. So, but the numbers speak to it. I mean, like he literally is like second behind everybody's greatest receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. So
no one's catching Jerry.
It's just
not happening.
It truly is remarkable what kind of athlete, what kind of man, and what kind of representative he was for Arizona.
And then you think about he put up those stats with how many different quarterbacks?
It had to
and
be.
the names on that list of quarterbacks that he caught a pass from is probably ridiculous, man.
Okay, that's a good.
We
that
should
have been our list.
Yeah, we should.
That should have been our list. Pull it up, but let's
should have gone through that.
Yeah, I want to say my guess is 21 quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. Because what you said, 03 draft all the way through 2019, 2020 season.
2020 was technically his last year.
So you're talking 17 years. I wouldn't doubt it if it was like 30 plus. Oh. I'm gonna say 32 just to put a nice smooth number out there. See if Tallman can find it real quick. But
yeah, so it's
first
no,
one.
Yeah, if you got it. Yeah.
No, first one. I know the first one.
Well, it's the only list that's easy to really pull up is how many different quarterbacks he caught a touchdown pass from.
That's fine. Yeah,
that's so. Let's just do that.
Yeah. First one, Josh McCown.
They don't
go in order.
No, it's by how many.
What is this list?
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I think it's AI. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not an actual published.
Allen
list.
Iverson put this list together.
So,
wow.
Josh McCown.
Yes.
Matt Leinart.
Yes.
Kurt Warner. I'm trying to go through the years at this point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's a smart way to do it.
I mean, you got to start putting guys out there like John Skelton.
Yeah.
Max Hall has to be. Well, he played with Max. I don't know.
One touchdown.
One touchdown. There we go.
Is John Navarre on that list?
Yes, he is. One touchdown.
Carson, obviously.
Yep.
Kyler, obviously.
29 touchdowns. Kyler, 5 touchdowns.
That's it.
Yep.
God, Kyler sucks.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
I might already be
Who was the
tapped
guy?
out.
Who was the guy that I thought was Jared Stidham the other week?
Oh, yeah.
Did he not play with?
What
Larry?
about Glennon? Wasn't Glennon?
Mike Glennon?
Mike Glennon?
No.
He didn't? Wow.
Did we have Mike Glennon?
Yeah,
I think so.
For like half.
Remember,
the season.
he was hot shit on the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Well, and then he went to Chicago.
The guy with
which
the
is
big head.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just fill in?
Yeah, start
Yeah.
naming some off here.
Josh Rosen, 6 touchdowns. Kevin Cab.
Wait.
Oh, Kevin.
So Josh Rosen threw him more touchdowns than Kyler Murray?
Yeah. That was in one season because
Kyler, it was Kyler's first season, and Larry retired, I think.
No,
They played 2
I thought they had
seasons
two
together,
together, right?
Because Kyler's rookie was drafted in 2019.
19.
Oh, maybe you're okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they had 2 seasons together.
Yeah. He was throwing a D hop.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah.
Derek Anderson,
Oh yeah.
4 touchdowns.
He takes this seriously.
Drew Stanton.
You like that one, right? You guys?
That was good. I was at that game.
Drew. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I loved Drew, man. Drew was just the quintessential backup.
He was.
He was perfect.
Yeah.
He was perfect during those Arians years.
Do you guys remember Blaine Gabbert?
Oh God.
Did we already say Colt McCoy?
The Jaguars guy.
Coors Light break.
Did Colt?
Oh, maybe Gabbert was who I was thinking of.
Colt
not
might have
Glennon.
been.
Yeah, it's on the Jaguars, right?
Was Colt after Larry left?
That you might be right about that. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, who else you got?
Sean King.
Oh, that was
That must have been
that.
early.
That actually might have been the first one.
Yeah. Richard Bartle. Did you say that? I can't. It's because you were naming shit.
I don't think anyone said
No, we
Richard
didn't
Bartle.
say Richard Bartle.
And then, you said John Navarre. That's right.
Yeah.
Brian St. Pierre. Who the fuck is that?
I remember he played for the Steelers at one point.
Oh yeah. He was a backup. Yeah, dude, those are a lot of names that I have never heard before. If I'm being completely honest. Sean King.
Sean King.
I mean, let's say this too.
Sean Kingston.
Larry played what 17 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't have stats, just having to play for the Arizona Cardinals for that many years and that many quarterbacks, I think makes you a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
having
just the
slog
misery
through that. Yeah.
Well, we had more than just 2 great seasons, because the season after,
08 and 09.
and then 2015, but then we were pretty good the season after 2015, right?
No,
the season
we were
prior.
before
2014, we were pretty
because
good.
that was when Carson tore his ACL, I think.
Yeah.
And then we had to have
Was it Max Hall?
no, who played in the playoff game in Carolina?
Oh shit, Ryan Lindley.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
Ryan
goodness.
Lindley.
So
Yeah, that's
yes.
right.
That was our Jared Stidham moment
Yeah, that's rough.
in the playoffs over the past 20 years.
Yeah, that's rough.
That was so bad. But yeah, then 2016, then Carson got hurt again, and I think we were like 500, and then it tailed off after that.
I mean, it's good that Larry got to play in a Super Bowl. It's unfortunate that he never won a Super Bowl. I mean, we were just watching that game
You get out of
after
here.
golf this last weekend, and that run right down the middle to give him the lead.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah, my memory of like the
so
timeline of
long
that game
ago.
was very much not being remembered properly. But yeah, it's incredible, much deserved for Larry. I guess while we're talking about the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Mike, because you kind of mentioned it, you think Tom Brady's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but we just saw that Bill Belichick did not get the first round bid.
That's bullshit. I'm
which
sorry.
I agree.
I'm gonna say.
But
it.
do you think, because I don't know if like it's come out, I don't think that we'll ever know, but it's believed that it's because of the multiple cheating scandals and like the Deflategate and the Spygate and all the gates that they had.
That's it, right?
I think it's just 2 that they got
I think
caught
it's 2,
with.
yeah.
But they, some people believe like obviously he's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day, one of the greatest coaches, or at least most successful coaches. But people are now wondering if Tom Brady could suffer that same fate. Do you agree with that, or are you just saying it's a no-brainer? You have to put him in first ballot.
I just feel like Tom Brady is too much of a golden boy in the NFL's eyes.
Yeah.
Even though he was part of it, part of those teams and those allegations, that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, there's still allegations, right? Was Spygate like actually they found that it actually did happen? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I think they
Because
got
they were-
fined like $200,000 or something.
Yeah, they lost
a
draft
pick,
picks.
Yeah.
But they were filming practices, right?
Something like that.
But every team was doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So the NFL came out and said,
Crimea
hey,
River.
you can't do this shit anymore. And then the Patriots were like, all right, we're still going to do it. And they got caught still doing it. So it's like, I mean, but they already paid the
Stupid.
punishment. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
sorry, I didn't.
No,
If you're,
and I wonder how much of it also, Chris, can come down to him winning that Super Bowl with Tampa Bay in the dominant way that they did as well.
great point.
Yeah.
You know, that was such a cap to his career that I think a lot of people don't hold up high enough in value. Because when you win all the time and you win as many as he did and you set all these records, you can get complacent in thinking about how great somebody is. But to go to a brand new system, a brand new place, brand new environment, and dominate the way that he did towards the end of his career when he's a man in his 40s, and they jack stomped that Kansas City Chiefs team, which was on the up and up, getting ready for their 3 wins in how many 5 years or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
crazy like
Yeah.
that.
So, but I'll go back to it. He's too much of a golden boy at the end of the day. Whereas, there's still like Belichick, I think he rubbed more people the wrong way than others. And he was kind of a cold-hearted man. And, he didn't give off the greatest welcoming attitude basically ever. So
Never, dude. And it's like he doesn't have to like dress up nice or whatever, but it was like the cutoff hoodies
Right.
and then the short non-answers in every single press conference he ever
but
did.
You don't have to like the guy to acknowledge what he did was incredible.
No, and you're right.
6 Super Bowl wins is not enough to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
But I think, like Mike is saying, like for me anyway, the question was always, was it Belichick or Brady? And then Brady went to
It
Tampa
was
Bay
both of
and
them,
won
though.
that. But was Belichick ever successful again after Tom Brady left? Like the next 5-6 seasons?
I
where
heard
he was
he's
still
doing
coaching?
pretty good at North Carolina.
well,
Where have you heard that?
That was a joke there.
I mean, Belichick won a couple of Super Bowls as a position coach before he became the head coach in New England.
Yeah, who'd he win with?
Wasn't he with the Browns?
He was
He
with
was,
the
he was the head coach of the Browns.
No, but he was like a positions coach, I think, at one point for the Giants when they won with Parcells, and then somebody else.
That
I can't
sounds right.
remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he got fired.
Fair enough.
So he led in different levels. The one thing I completely agree on, and I don't know if you said it exactly this way, when it comes down to things like the Hall of Fame, where statistics can really dominate how guys are viewed and get into these places, I think the politics need to be kept out of it, right?
Oh, totally agree, yeah.
That's the biggest thing to me. So whether people didn't like Bill or whatever you wanted to say about it, man, the numbers speak for themselves, right? When we talk about first ballot Hall of Famer types, I thought he was a clear cut when it comes to any kind of head coach. So it was a surprise to everyone. And
Yeah.
I just, where's the press conference to give us the reasoning about this?
Sorry, I know we're not supposed to go long on Bill Belichick.
No, it's fine.
Here,
Yeah, no, it's good.
But like it's just ridiculous. And who are these people that are doing all the Hall of Fame voting? These are all media personnel, right?
I believe so.
I think so,
have no
right?
idea, yeah.
So like, who the fuck are they to be able to be the judge and jury on somebody that's been one of the best head coach in the history of the game, to say he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer because he had all these cheating things where the team already paid fines, they lost draft picks, he was already penalized for that and punished for it. Why are you coming back now saying, oh, we're also going to punish you with this?
Yeah, it's like almost like double jeopardy.
You nailed it too, I think, because all these guys are like, well, screw him. He gave nothing to the media. It's on to Cincinnati. It's on to Cincinnati. It's on to Cincinnati was the answer to every single type of question that he had.
Yeah.
So it's like these people that just don't like him, where the Hall of Fame should not be a popularity contest. Like, it's not what it is. Like you said it, Mike. It should be just, on paper, what did you do in this game? How did you impact the game? Mm-hmm. What did you accomplish and achieve while you were a part of the game? You can't argue that he wasn't the best in his era. He absolutely was. So it's just, I don't know. Trust me, I'm not a Bill Belichick fan whatsoever. I think he's done everything completely wrong since he left the Patriots. And he's in the media or in the news for all the wrong reasons recently.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, how can you sit there with a straight face and say he's not a Hall of Famer? I just don't. Yeah. I just don't get it.
And immediately the Pro Football Hall of Fame, whatever, had to put out a statement of like, we're investigating to make sure there wasn't any impropriety, and like that disappeared. That never went anywhere. And then I think they also were trying to blame like a new system of voting they implemented where it was like ranking, but it's like, who didn't have Bill Belichick like number one? Like, I don't know. I mean, not to take anything away from Luke Kuechly or Kuechly, however you say his name.
Luke Kuechly.
The dude's like 35 years old.
No, he is forever Luke Kuechly now.
Kuechly.
I will never think of him as anything else.
You're
but
welcome.
Luke
You're
Kuechly.
welcome.
Well, he retired when he was 30, right?
I guess.
Some Andrew
Luck
shit.
Yeah.
Did you see that ball just literally stuck into the green?
Yikes!
It's literally half the ball is literally embedded in the green.
Bridgman's on
Sorry,
the heater here.
We're watching the.
I mean,
Genesis Open.
I would say he's one of the smart few.
Yeah, get your money, get your accolades, and save your brain.
Dude, that's the thing with football, man. You really, unless you play one of those positions that isn't just getting hammered consistently, your window is short. So I say that he fit it perfectly. He did what he needed to do within those time frames.
Smart.
I mean, how many times did he win Defensive Player of the Year?
I think he only won it once.
Just once?
Interesting.
But he was always in the running.
Yeah.
He's one of the best linebackers that we've ever seen. So,
and having to do that, like, again, a guy that played, I think, his whole career on a pretty dog shit franchise.
Until
they were pretty good.
They did
15-1, and they beat our behind.
They beat the shit out of us. There's a
NFC
reason why I took that picture of you next to the
okay.
trash can after the loss.
Oh yeah, the prophecy was supposed to be 2020 or something like that.
Was it 20? No, it was 2022.
2022.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my god.
We gave them 7 years to be good, guys. 7 years.
Wait, that's when we made the playoffs, right?
2016.
No, when we lost with Kyler. Was that 22?
No, that was 21.
That was 21. Sorry.
So we were so close. That's why we thought
Because we started out really great that year too. Yeah.
Well, no. But then we were like, oh, well, we lost in the playoffs. Next year, the prophecy will become true because they started off so good. They only can get better, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember we broke it down because technically if we made it in the playoffs, it would have been the 2021 season would have been in 2022, right? The Super Bowl.
I think honestly we gave both
because that was the year
seasons as the
something.
to be able to,
we started
to
10
fulfill
and
the
10 and
prophecy.
2, right?
Because we were like, if they do it the 21-22 season or the 22-23 season, we could still say the prophecy was fulfilled. But regardless, obviously, they couldn't fucking do it. I don't know, man. I mean, I was hanging out with the Millers last night, and one of them said that the Cardinals are only good twice for 2 years out of every decade, and it's like it's kind of true, man. But it's like, so now we're into the 2020s. Have we had 2 good years yet, or are they ahead of us?
No, they have to be ahead of us.
It doesn't appear to be ahead of us.
We'll see. I mean,
all right, Kuechly only won once.
All right.
So he was sandwiched in. So J.J. Watt won it in 2012. Luke won it 2013. J.J. won it 2014 and 2015.
Wow.
He was sandwiched in between his J.J.'s run of greatness.
Yeah. But hey, anyway, to round it out, Larry Fitzgerald, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Cheers to that.
We love you, Larry.
The Japanese fighting fish.
And Michael Bidwell, if I could make a proposition, maybe hire him or Kurt Warner to be the team president.
They
I
want
don't know.
nothing to do with that.
No. So Kurt already said he loves what he's doing already now, but he wants to be involved in some way, some kind of special advisory way. Should have been done yesterday. That's my plea. Get him in the building. He already has a relationship with Mike LaFleur. What are we doing?
What do you mean? They have Matt Schaub, dude. That's the quarterback whisperer.
I actually do like that hire. I like Matt Schaub.
He's never coached a day in his life.
Don't care.
Okay.
You got to give these ex-professionals opportunities, man.
I
because
agree.
When they've been in the trenches,
Like the Matt Ryan hire in Atlanta.
guys that have the want to coach and have experienced it will find a way to connect with players. It might take a little bit, but that's a good start. I mean, especially with what options were truly left for the Cardinals.
Yeah. When you said Matt Ryan, it reminded me, I saw a clip a few weeks ago when he was doing like his introductory press conference for them. And one of the reporters was like, "Hey, Matt, welcome to Atlanta." And it's like, bro, he played like his whole career here. Is it like welcome back maybe? Like,
Didn't he play his entire career there?
He played
I
his
think he did,
entire
his
career
entire
in
he's there
Atlanta, yeah.
forever. That's crazy.
but then it was funny because Matt Ryan was like, anytime I hear welcome to Atlanta, I always think where the players play.
Great.
Little ludicrous reference
I
for you.
love it.
But yeah, so we'll have plenty of football talk. So we wanted to keep it kind of light on the Cardinals. And if you watched our stream from last Tuesday, we went into it and almost went full doomer, but I think we played it a little bit level. Anyway, next topic here, we got the Phoenix Suns. I know Mike is just stoked to talk about the Phoenix Suns. We are post All-Star break. Devin Booker showed out. He got second place in the three-point shootout, was a pretty strong contributor on the All-Star team, won the championship game, but now it's back to business. The back half, not even the back half, it's like the back quarter of the season. There's not a whole lot of basketball left. But Suns are looking to be playoff bound in some form or fashion. Hopefully they can escape having to do that silly play-in tournament. But, you know, it's not looking great out the gate. I'll be completely honest with you. They just played against the Spurs in Austin this last week, the first game back, and kind of got blown out a little bit. Devin Booker went out about halfway through that game with a hip injury, and now he's looking to be out at least 1 week at time of recording, and signing of Haywood Highsmith. I know, Mike, you got high hopes for Haywood, right?
Haywood
Hasn't played a game this season, as Tallman has pointed out a handful of times since he's been at my house. And
I only said that twice.
That's
Get outta here.
I mean, that's a handful.
It's gonna fit in my hand.
Handful.
And then Grayson Allen rolled his ankle in his return, in warm-ups in his return, but I did see that he was available for the game on Saturday. So I don't know. We've heard guys be available before, but I don't know if that necessarily means they're going to see the floor. So you'll have to go back and check the box scores, see if Grayson played Saturday. But fellas, I mean, all the injuries kind of stacking up here. Mike, I guess I'll ask you first. Are you starting to get concerned with the playoff push?
Yeah, of course. You know, over the past, I'd say 6 games, things have not looked great from the Phoenix Suns. And we were super excited. We were super hopeful going into that game against San Antonio. I don't know if you were hopeful for a true win because San Antonio is one of the best teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
But you're like, we're going to get the full taste, finally, of what this Phoenix Suns team will look like as everybody is healthy.
Well, we didn't have Dylan Brooks in that game.
See? So we couldn't even start there, right? So we were like, we're so close. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But then Grayson rolls his ankle, like you said. He is playing right now in the game today.
Oh, nice.
He's
Okay.
played about 7 minutes so far, so that's good news.
That's good.
But then Devin Booker, was it a hip pointer?
Something like that. I think it just said hip.
Abductor, something. To miss a minimum of 1 week. So here we are once again. But I will say this. This is not unfamiliar territory for us. This is all that happened during the Kevin Durant era. You think even before we brought in Bradley Beal, when we traded for him, he's about to play and he messes up his ankle.
The
bad,
infamous
man.
ball boy taking the blame.
Oh.
My goodness.
Hey, I won't say any names, but
We got you.
we got you. Yeah, it's more disappointing. I'm not worried truly because I think where the Phoenix Suns stand right now, if you look at their record, they're 32-24 at time of recording. They're going to be in the play-in. I think this is what we have to start realizing with this team, especially down the stretch. We're going to have to play, way better opponents. You got Denver again. We're going to have to play Minnesota. But the teams behind us, I mean, we have a 3-game lead in front of Golden State right now, which is good. They also just lost Jimmy Butler to an ACL tear. The Clippers just traded away James Harden. Who knows when Darius Garland is going to come and play for them. But they're still winning, right? They're 5.5 back from them. And then the Portland Trailblazers, who have been a surprise team. Denny Avdija, first-time All-Star. They got some good young pieces. One that the Phoenix Suns probably could have used in tomorrow. But I'm just more so disappointed once again, guys. I'm like, man, I'd just love to see this team fully healthy. I mean, Chris, we went to Jalen Green's first game. It was amazing. It was awesome. We were so excited. And then he was out for 2 months.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's all we've known this year. But like I said, we're kind of used to it for the past 3-4 years,
Yeah, and it's starting. Like I don't want to say it's starting to become exhausting because I feel like it's been exhausting. Just not even just with the Suns, like you pointed out with Durant, Beal, Booker, all those guys in and out, injured all the time. And then we obviously have to deal with it with the Dbacks heavily last year, and we've dealt with it with the Cardinals all of last season. That was the big thing everyone pointed to, is like, oh, the Cardinals suck because they were injured. So it's like, at what point can we just have like some, not even like, you don't need to be fully healthy, but like relatively healthy teams? It's good to see that Jalen Green has now played more than 2 games in a row, or has played 2 games in a row. I think this is his 2nd game, so hopefully he can finish it out and, be strong. And then, with Devin Booker as well, like we almost joke about it now. It's like the yearly lower body, knee injury, hip injury. It's always something with him. But I guess that's just the nature of the beast. And I want to ask you this, Tallman, more like high level. A lot of people have proposed with like injuries being up in the league and this type of stuff going on. Should they shorten the season from 82 games down to, I guess, 60, I think has been the proposed number?
Well, yeah, of course they should. I mean, 82 games, that's a lot of basketball games. And then the great comparison is the baseball season. Do they need to play 160 games? No, they
absolutely.
No, they don't. They definitely don't. That's just absolutely ridiculous. But 82 is a lot. I know what was going around on social media was like 70 games was a good sweet spot.
Maybe it was 70, yeah.
70 games, but it's like because I always think back to when it was always LeBron was always in the finals against, what was it? Caddie,
Steph Curry,
right? Forever. So it's like, does the regular season even matter? Like, we know what 2 teams are going to meet in the finals because they've done it the last 3 years in a row. This was 12 years ago, right? It's a much different game right now. But it just seems like the load management is it's hard. It's hard for the fans too. I mean, there was one what was the one story? Some fan traveled from South Korea all the way here to see Devin Booker play, and he rested that game.
Oh,
yeah, and then you feel so bad. It's like how. I mean, it was a back-to-back, so they're getting a bunch of shit. It's like, how did you not know it was a back-to-back? You played in the other game, like, but then at the same time, it's like, you planned for this. I bought the tickets months ago. I bought a plane ticket. I came here. You know what I mean? Like, but the load management is just ridiculous. You don't. I know they're trying to counter it with you got to play 65 regular season games to be eligible for the season awards and all that. But like, what other ways can what other ways or changes can they make to get these star players to play more games or play more regularly, shorten the season? So it makes sense, but it's never going to happen, because if we take away even 12 games, that's millions of dollars that these owners are losing, that even the league is losing in, TV deals and all that stuff. So like, imagine trying to tell Roger Goodell, hey, you're shortening the NFL season. It's not happening. They're trying to increase. They're trying to add more games. And the NFLPA is like, hell no, you're not. We can't play another game in the regular season. But it just seems like it kind of drags on, because it started on before Halloween, right?
Before Halloween.
The season?
Yeah. Well, and I remember, like, when I was a ball boy, the first game would always be on Halloween. Now it starts earlier, like a week and a half earlier, and then it goes like almost a month later.
Yeah, because that was the idea, I guess, right? Is like, we're going to give them a few more days off in between. We're going to minimize the back-to-backs, which I don't understand why back-to-backs even exist anymore, to be quite honest with you. Like, you're only playing three games a week. You can probably, fix the schedule to stretch that out a little bit, but I'm not a schedule maker. But I mean, Mike, with the season, it is kind of long, but I think that what's more interesting is it ends in late March or April, and then the playoffs are like April, May, and then the finals isn't until June. So it's like we have 2.5 months of playoffs.
Yeah, the last regular season games is like mid-April.
Okay.
So it stretches till June,
it's like
almost July.
Playoff. Yeah.
So this would be my proposal to hopefully stem the tide for consistent injuries. You shorten the season to 72 games, so you take 10 off of it. You get rid of back-to-backs, so you still are lengthening your season to the time frames that you want. And then also, I don't know why they ever did it, you need to get the first round back to 5 games. There should be no reason that first round playoff series should be 7 games. That is just absurd. I mean, how many times have we seen sweeps in the first round anyways?
All the time.
You're wasting everybody's time. But like we know, it's all about the almighty dollar. Them taking away 10 games and 5 games from each team's, season schedule. You know how many possible millions of dollars that each team will lose in revenue? It's just not an option.
No, you're absolutely right. And I don't even know if the NBA Players Association would even go for it, because then that's less money for the contracts, right? So the only other way to make that up would be to increase like ticket prices. And then the fans are already bitching about how expensive it is, and rightfully so. It is fucking expensive. If your team is halfway good, it's not cheap to go to a game. Now, we've talked about what Matt Ishbia is doing with like the concession stuff and like
season tickets for next year. Exact same. Shout out, Matt.
Hey, shout out,
They
Matt.
did not go up, dude.
Hell yeah, that is awesome.
I couldn't believe it.
He's not hanging out with Bidwell.
You almost expect it at this point. And I don't know, Ishbia came out and made a strong statement that kind of went viral about like the whole tanking problem too, and basically said like, guys, we're in a business of winning or trying to win and give our fans the best possible product.
He called them all losers, right?
Yeah, I mean,
straight up, yep.
If you're intentionally losing, then you are
awesome.
A loser, for like lack of a better word. And like, I'm sure Danny Ainge might take exception to that, but it's like, you can't think you're like outsmarting people like by benching all your best players and intentionally losing games. It's like, it's just not it. And Matt Ishbia is right. I mean, obviously some fiery language, but it's like, it's not fair to the fans, and it's not a good look for the league as a whole. Like, the NFL always talks about protecting the shield. Where is that same, mindset in basketball? They don't give a shit. They're all just single-minded, only caring about how can I get the number 1 pick and be competitive in 5 years.
Yeah, we gotta protect Jerry West. Get it, Tallman?
No, I don't.
Oh, because he's the logo.
He's the
of
logo.
NBA.
Oh,
of the NBA.
yeah. Okay, I kind of knew that. I swear I do.
Let's bring it back to the Suns really fast,
Yes,
and then I think
let's round
we
it
should
out.
move on because we still got 20 more games left, and hopefully guys are getting healthy. But man, through the injuries, guys, I've not been more excited to see how the rest of the season pans out in a couple of years. Like, whoa, I am juiced to see if Jalen Green can stay healthy. I mean, that's the first thing. I am, clenching tight to see if Dylan Brooks is going to be able to keep his mouth shut and not get suspended again. There's no chance. No. There's absolutely no chance. And then, coming down the stretch here, I wonder what's going to happen, now with Nick Richards out of the picture. Are we going to start seeing more of the Rasheer Flemings? Are we going to start seeing more of the Kaman Malawatches down the stretch? My thought is probably not, especially if you're trying to keep seeding. But it just depends. If we're going to still have these lingering injuries, maybe those guys are going to have an opportunity. But
yeah,
man, this has been an absolute great year. I look forward every single time I go to the stadium. I will be there tomorrow as they play the Portland Trailblazers. And then I'll also be there on Tuesday when they play the Boston Celtics. So
that's a good one.
Oh, that'll be a good one for sure.
For how much of a doom cast we had on Tuesday, it's been awesome to be a Phoenix Suns fan right now.
Yeah, I've enjoyed every game that I've gone to with you, and I think every game I've been to with you, we won. And I think every game you've been to, they've won as well, right?
I have not seen a loss at the morgue yet.
Wow.
At the morgue. Oh. Is that what we're calling it now?
Well, I didn't care. Shout out PHNX. They're the ones who kind of coined that, but that's perfect.
The MMC, the morgue. I do like the morgue. That's pretty good. But yeah, so I'm excited as well, Mike. I agree. I share that sentiment that I am excited to see what happens the rest of the season. And we have a lot of hope for the future when the outlook of the beginning of the season was pretty gloomy. Like, I think we were hoping to make a play-in spot, but we were like, we'll probably not make the playoffs with this roster. And I do like also that they made minimal moves at the deadline. There wasn't any major shakeups. As far as like Kaman Malawatch, I think that's the interesting one because I've started to see, I guess maybe you call it a slow news cycle, but there were a couple articles where people around the league are like, you drafted this guy top 10 or whatever, and he hasn't played a lick, barely. And what are you doing? But it makes sense. Like for us, I'm like, it makes sense. Like he's 18 years old or 19 years old, has barely played basketball. And like, yeah, he's a good physical talent and a good prospect, good bones, but like you don't want to rush him out there on a team that's not in a contending window. Cause like for all intents and purposes, it'll be cool to see the Suns in the playoffs, but I have no delusions that they're going to be in the NBA Finals this year. I mean, anything's possible, I suppose. We'll see how this backstretch goes, but I mean, yeah, don't rush Malawatch out there and stunt his development by getting demoralized by having to go up against the Nikola Jokic's of the world, because like that's the quickest way for a young player to lose all of his confidence. So I'll be curious to see, and I'm excited. Dylan Brooks, get it together, man. Lock in.
You can be a villain. You can still be a villain, but just lock in.
Amen to that. So, fellas, like I said, light schedule for us on this pod, but we do have one last topic. And while Mike is at the game watching the Celtics on Tuesday, we will be doing, or have done by the time this comes out, our Diamondbacks spring training deep dive. Me and Tallman are going to hop on there and break it all down for you. So go back and watch that if you haven't already seen it. It was a good stream. It was a good stream. I promise you that. But we will get, high level some topics here to give you a little taste, and because there was some breaking news today in the Dbacks world about one of their pitchers. Tallman, you were breaking that to us, right?
Yeah, it came out earlier today. Merrill Kelly has back tightness. He's getting an MRI. So he threw a bullpen earlier today, got about 10, 12 pitches in, and he shut himself down because it didn't feel right. So that's just a bummer. I mean, you think about the money they invested in this guy, and I mean, he's an older dude, right? But
that's what I said.
After that's a good point. After the Corbin Carroll news, and then, I mean, obviously we're still how many weeks from opening day? I mean, we still got a whole month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully the MRI goes good, and we're not talking about, because he's the opening day starter. How about that? So hopefully that doesn't get jeopardized by the news that came out today.
Yeah, because then what? Who would it be then? Probably Gallon.
It would be Gallon. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'd probably be fine with that. I'm curious to see how he looks in spring training. I'm sure it'll be just fine. I mean, spring training is like one of the things where like I feel like the pitchers don't go as hard and they don't do their full stuff, and it's just kind of like get loose type of thing.
2-3 innings maybe.
Yeah. And I know it's good to see the young guys get runs too, and you got to look at what you got, but man, not a great start, guys. I'll be completely honest with you, but silver lining, in their first spring training game against the Rockies, Nolan Arenado hit a home run.
Whoop.
So
First at bat as a D-back. How about it?
that's crazy. I didn't realize it was his first at bat too, against his former team.
Yeah, and it was a pitcher that was on the team when he was on the team.
Really?
Yeah. He's
No
like,
shot.
I know him very well. Yeah.
Oh, so now we know why he hit the home run.
Yeah,
He
right.
studied him intensively.
There you go. But no, it was great because they had I didn't see that game because I was telling you guys off air here recording that I almost bought Dbacks TV to watch spring training, the game on Friday, the first one. But I was like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. That's just insane. So I went back on Twitter and I watched a clip of him hitting the home run. And in the comments, it's all St. Louis Cardinals fans. And they're like, how come he couldn't do that for us? Oh, my God. They're like, and then some of the other ones were like, oh, don't get used to it. His body's fresh now, but he's going to fall apart. But it's like, if that's even just a glimpse of what we get from him this year, it's going to be a win. It's going to be an absolute win.
And I don't think anyone had any delusions that he was going to come in here and be all-star Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, hit 30 home runs.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to happen.
But we'll take what we can get, and like I think he will still bring a lot of value in other ways. It's an interesting team, guys, because I feel like it's a healthy mix now of old guys and still relatively young guys like the Corbin Carrolls and the Alec Thomases of the world. Obviously, Ketel Marte, I saw he wants to have a big season after everything that happened last year and all the offseason speculation of him potentially getting moved. I still don't think that's necessarily off the table completely, but at this point I would probably be surprised if they moved on from Ketel this season. What do you think?
Well, no, he hit his the whole reason it was a big discussion is because if they didn't trade him in the offseason, he was going to hit his 10-year mark.
Oh, and he gets a no trade clause.
He can veto everything. So unless it's really somewhere that he wants to go, then he's got the ability and the power to shoot anything down. So we can't just sell him off to the Rockies for this and that and another. So I think the fact that he wasn't traded in the offseason and that they were steadfast on, hey, we know his value to our team, how he is as a player. And you got to remember, he's got a very, very friendly contract. I mean, he's not getting paid that much money.
Yeah, he's definitely getting paid less than he's worth.
Yeah, he's not the Kyle Tucker or whatever signing with the Dodgers for, what was it, 50, 60 million or whatever bullshit. So his contract is super club friendly, and he wants to be here too. So the fact he wasn't traded in the offseason, like I said, the point I was getting to was the front office for the Dbacks were like, no, we know what he's worth, and they're doing their job, their due diligence, where it's like, we'll listen. Unless you wow us away and blow our socks off, like we're not trading him. He's one of the cornerstones of our team.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going anywhere.
So it was a whole lot of chatter just for like kind of a non-story, more or less, because you got to believe like they're probably calling on guys all the time, like, hey, how much for Corbin Carroll? And it's like, oh, the sun and the moon and all the stars, and it's like nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah, he's not going.
And a new Hammett bone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, talk about a friendly contract. Look at Corbin's. Holy hell.
Yeah, that was great because I think when that signing happened, like it was right after he had kind of played a little bit in September. He was like a September call-up, had a pretty good run.
Yeah, he only played like 20 games, 25 games, where he was still eligible. He didn't play enough games where the next season he played a full season. That's when he won Rookie of the Year, right?
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. And I remember that contract being like, ooh, it's kind of a lot of money. But now, seeing how well he's performed,
8 years,
it's like
110 million, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, he
was unproven. He didn't do anything.
Well, exactly.
Yet.
Nobody really like thinks about these farm guys, and like I'm not watching Reno baseball or anything like that, so it's like you only can go off like what you hear, and like I don't feel like even the big names in the Valley that are tapped into that stuff, there was not really a lot of talk about Corbin Carroll until he came up and like started producing. I mean, you can hear all the things like, oh, he did great in AAA, but guys do great in AAA all the time, and then they come up here and they aren't shit. Jordan Lawler, but I mean,
he is playing today. You know who else was in the lineup today?
Who is that?
Jones, dude.
Drew Jones.
Yeah,
Let's
Drew Jones.
go.
That is one of the things like I am excited to, and I guess excited is the word of the day, but I'm I'm curious to see
so
how some of
excited.
these guys in our farm league that did get the invite up to training camp and spring training, how they do, because it's going to be a shot for like Drew Jones. We talk about it every year, Tallman. As soon as we get MLB The Show, we're trading him off the Dbacks and getting a return. And I've called for the
that's a game
Dbacks
I
to
wanna
move off.
play again.
Yeah, I'll be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop back on the console and play the show.
You're
when it
right though.
comes
I
out.
always traded him too.
Yeah, and I mean it was great because in the game like they were like high potential, but we're not here to talk about video games because I don't think they're gonna move off of Drew Jones. But where does he fit in on this team? Does he have a future on this team? He's been a guy that's been very injured in AAA and hasn't produced a lot. I don't even know if he's been in AAA. I think he's been in Double and Single A, to be honest with you.
Was he in Reno? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he's been in
I don't
Reno
think
yet.
he's been to Reno yet because he's
Yeah.
still young. How many? This will be what, his third year in the minors?
I think so. Third. Yeah, that sounds right.
He's 22.
Oh yeah, so he's
Yeah.
still a very
so
young
yeah.
guy.
So obviously him getting the spring training invite, he's probably going to Reno.
That's a good point. So maybe see him as a September call up, depending on how he does. In
But I mean,
AAA.
there's a reason why they traded McCarthy. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere they traded Alexander, which that was my deadlock. Like Alexander's going to play left field.
Poor Blaze.
I like
Yeah.
Blaze Alexander. He made some good catches last
Dude,
year.
he robbed a home run when he was out there for a
Yeah,
couple games.
yeah.
It's like he was holding his own. He looked like he's just an all around utility player, just good athlete.
Yeah, but
Where I was for sure hoping he was going to be the left fielder.
But I think with those moves, like you said, it does show that they do have guys in the wings that they're going to be looking at for the future. But also when you consider the roster as it is now, they basically, by moving McCarthy, you're like, we're all in on Alec Thomas now. He's set up to have a opportunity for a big year. And then you got to think the forgotten man here is kind of Lourdes Gurriel Jr., right? Because he kind of disappeared last year, was injured. And I think I saw he's trying to come back for opening day.
What an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, he's been taking a live batting practice.
It's
So-
been 5 months since he tore his ACL.
That's usually like an 8-month,
The
9-month
time frame
recovery.
is
Yeah.
9 to 12 months.
And then if you guys remember, he had that, I think, was it the month of August? He was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was ice cold the whole season, and then the month of August he was just on fire, and then he tears his shit, and then it's like whatever, man. Just add it to the list.
I don't know if it's just like in sports in general. It seems like the ACLs have just been snapping.
Left and right. It seems
Really
like it.
has.
It's crazy.
It's all the power stations.
I mean,
man, I'm telling you.
wouldn't you think the way that Lourdes ended before he tore his ACL, that's why he's trying to get back out as soon as possible? Because sometimes you still got to strike when the iron's hot, and maybe he still has the feel, even though he hasn't been able to swing like normal. But him already getting some fielding work and being in the batting cages is truly astounding. Like,
Yeah.
Tori was talking on the radio with them, and he basically said Lourdes was like, well, I'm going to try and be out there for opening day. And he was like, whoa, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Settle down.
I wonder what kind of conversations he's really having where he's like, you got to reel him in right now because, hey, I'd love to see it. That means a guy is committed and he's excited and ready to go. But at the same time, since he is a contributor, like Lourdes was a contributor for this team over the past 2 seasons. I want him to be as healthy as possible by the time he comes back, but also give those opportunities for those other young guys so you can see who might be the next future outfielder for the team. That's the biggest thing why you don't want him to come back too soon.
Yeah, and you can afford to, I don't want to say not be as competitive in the beginning half of the season, but knowing that it's a long season and these guys will have he will come back this season. He'll have an opportunity. And we've talked about it before, like around the All-Star break, the trade deadline, we get those guys healthy. They're like an acquisition almost. And we can, if we have a good start, a serviceable start, then we can make a real good push in the back half. And I know the back half of last season kind of fell apart, or I guess honestly the front half fell apart, and then the back half started to look a little better when it was too little too late. But honestly, tough division, tough league, anything could happen though at the end of the day. But I'm cautiously optimistic for
there it is.
This Arizona Diamondbacks team. But fellas, I know, like we said, we did that stream on Tuesday, breaking down everything spring training. But right now, while we're here, did you guys want to mention anything else, Dbacks? Anything else on your mind?
So obviously you mentioned the stream because a really, really big change this season is being able to challenge balls and strikes.
Did you hear that they're not gonna on the broadcast? They're not gonna show the box.
See, that's
What?
total crap.
Yep, because they're saying that
there's-
teams use the feed and that they could see like what the broadcast says and then challenge it based off that.
Because they were showing the box in spring training.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in the Dbacks one, because there's not every single broadcast will show that box, because I showed you guys my stats on my Dbacks TV last year where I watched like 93 games.
Impressive.
So I'm not gonna watch like. Baseball is one of those sports where it's like if your team's not playing, you're not watching it. Like NFL, like I could watch any NFL game and be entertained by it. But if you watch like they do some of the what am I trying to say? They on like CBS or whatever, like help me out, prime time type shit on ESPN, where some of those broadcasts they don't show that box, and they haven't for years.
Really?
Yeah.
So
but
I don't know if that's
I'll be
gonna
really sad if they take that away.
Yeah, I think
because it's a viewing experience. It's,
right.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely, because you love to see like the painted corners, and then you love to be like, oh, he called that a strike or he called that a ball, and it's like
That's one of the best parts about watching baseball.
Exactly.
100%,
Exactly.
100%. So I don't know. I'll have to follow up on that story, see if that's legitimate, because I got to feel like even if that is like the concern where teams will watch it and challenge it, just take that feed out of their dugout.
It's got to be easy to do.
It
Yeah.
can't be hard.
Yeah.
You know,
Figure that out.
I mean, they took away all the trash cans, so you can't bang on them. But it's a joke.
No, that's smart.
Well, no, you have to bring the trash cans back, and then if you bang it, then you can challenge it based off the bang you hear.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. So, but anyway, I know that's a whole discussion in itself. So go watch that stream from Tuesday, because my past tense here. What the fuck am I supposed to say? You got me all twisted up.
Yeah, it's
No, you're
past tense.
Okay.
Yeah. We're in the future.
we dove deep in on that, so go check it out.
We did, and it was a great stream.
Yeah, I watched it. It was
It
awesome.
was the best.
Mike watched it. He put all the timestamps in, so you can like even skip ahead to find like
I did do
parts
that,
you
yes,
want to
I did.
watch.
Yeah, Mike, you even made a guest appearance at the end too.
At the Suns game.
At
yeah.
the Suns,
I called in.
it. No, but yeah, guys, like I said, for the third time, light schedule, but it's always fun to get in here, do our in-person recording. It's February, guys. It's February. There's not a whole lot going on. We've beat the Cardinals topics to death, but there's going to be plenty to talk about that as we get closer to the NFL draft and the combine and all that fun stuff that's going to be happening. But yeah, really happy that we were able to do this, guys. Before we get out of here, I want to give you each the floor, as always, to share any last thoughts you have on life, the state of Valley sports, or you can even get philosophical on us, whatever you're feeling. So, Michael Benjamin, we'll give you the honors first.
Yeah. So, guys, I already started looking into the future. I've been looking at flights. I've been looking at Airbnbs. I've been looking at Pro Football Hall of Fame tickets for August 6th. August 7th, August 8th, whatever. Michael Benjamin more than likely will be in Canton, Ohio. I don't know. I hope these guys come with me, man. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to give thanks to the greatest athlete. How much do you think an airline ticket to Canton, Ohio is going to be?
Couple $100.
Well, I'm sure there's no direct flights from Phoenix to Canton.
There probably isn't, is there?
No.
I don't even know if you can fly into Canton. You probably have to fly into like
Cleveland.
I don't even know. I don't know the geography of Ohio very well.
See, because nobody goes there.
I've always wanted to go to Cleveland, though. I hear it's gloomy in August.
Yeah, I think I was looking on the map though, and it's only about like I could be wrong. I think it's only like a 2.5-3 hour drive to Pittsburgh from Canton.
Oh,
it's pretty close.
Oh, it's got to be closer than that.
The boys are going back to Pittsburgh.
Bro, I
would go just for that, Chris. I had such a hell of a time.
Is that where the
Pittsburgh.
draft is?
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah, isn't the NFL draft in Pittsburgh? Or am I just like making shit up?
You might be. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, Pittsburgh was a good time, man. That's a good city. That's a fun city if you ever get a chance. Good sports city too.
Oh yeah. Well, what we did was perfect. I hope we do that again in the future.
Hell yeah.
If only.
Damn.
If only the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement was the same week as the NFL draft, we would
That'd
do both.
Be great. That's a bucket list item. Going to the NFL
to the draft.
That would be cool. Where you're like, you know how they. Well, I mean,
is it though?
You know how they. Well, okay, you got to be.
So this is. Hold on. I know we're doing the outro, but this is absolutely astounding. VSP Tallman would rather go to the NFL draft than go see the greatest professional sports player in Arizona history be enshrined into the Hall of Fame. You cannot make this shit up.
I mean,
folks.
To be fair,
no. There's no to be fairs, dude. Going to the NFL draft is like going to Disneyland on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Do you see the shots that they show with the NFL draft? There are thousands and thousands
Yeah.
and thousands of people there.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you
exactly.
talking about?
It's a madhouse.
And you don't think there's thousands of people at the Hall of Fame game in Canton?
Not like
when they do
that.
the Hall of
Probably
Fame?
not as much. Yeah. I
ceremony
mean, 'cause
and shit?
that's the thing. It's in Ohio. And I was going to say, that's
Yeah,
Is
that's-
there,
that's
can I go,
right,
is there
yeah.
a Hall of Fame in Pittsburgh? Is there a Pro Football Hall of Fame in Pittsburgh?
I don't
Well,
think
no,
so.
I'm
You
saying
got to
if-
think about the
yeah.
other things. Is there a football game going on too?
Well,
I'm
they-
not saying I want to go to Pittsburgh.
Also, I
I'm
guess
saying in
last-
the future.
Yeah. Okay. Last year, the draft was in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, yuck.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Vomit.
Yeah. It was like rainy
Yeah,
and
I
it looked
wouldn't go
miserable.
there.
It looked like a miserable time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe it'll be here.
I was going to
Maybe
say,
we'll
has
just
it ever
go-
been here?
I don't
No,
think so.
When we should have gone when it was in Vegas.
But
if I'm being completely-
they-
Yeah,
ju-
we
I would
just
would
dropped the
say
ball there.
within the last 15 years is when they really started to go outside of New York because it was always in New York.
That's true. You're right. You're right. Now they're
So-
turning it into this whole extravagant.
Now it's kind of like
event.
the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game. It goes from city to city every year. So I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, next Tallman's going to tell us he wants to go to Indy for the NFL Combine.
Okay.
So you mentioned, that starts on Monday. You know that, right?
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
the 23rd of February.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is my final outro. I am not going to
it's not.
get VSP Tallman the Josh Sweat jersey unless he comes to Canton with us.
What?
Ooh,
that is
that
not.
wasn't
Gentlemen,
the deal.
Hey,
Always a pleasure.
I didn't-
Never a chore. Appreciate you guys.
I didn't
Yes,
put
sir.
that type of fucking rule into yours when I bought you the jersey for winning the bet.
All right, Tallman, it's time for your outro.
Okay. Well, I don't. He just.
Stole all your
His-
thunder.
Why? Why do I have to go to
his,
Canton?
his mind is in a pickle now.
Why
He's
do I
like,
have to go to
I have
Canton?
to go to Ohio.
I mean, it sounds great. So, I mean,
No.
if the price is right, Bob, put it together. Let's see what it's looking
Present him with a package,
I'm
you know.
doing
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a
I want a
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint. Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
do
where
a
I was going.
I'm
I want a
legitimately gonna
PowerPoint
do a PowerPoint.
presentation.
And we'll present it on a live stream.
And then I want reasons why vacationing to Ohio is great. I want
This isn't a
I want
vacation.
I was going to say,
pictures.
it's got the vacation.
It's obviously
No. This
This
is
is a
a
fucking vacation, Mike.
we run an Arizona sports podcast.
It's a business
this is
trip.
a business trip, brother.
Okay, who's paying you money to go there?
If any of our many sponsors want to fly us out to Canton, Ohio,
Yeah,
You see them all on,
Yeah,
they're
there
on
you
the
go.
table
So
right
good.
here.
Coors Light.
You're not supposed to say it, Tom.
Oh,
oh my God, Tallman. I'll cut that out.
Cut that out. Cut it out. Yeah,
Cut-
that's
editor, cut
yeah,
that
that's not a thing.
I'll fix it in post.
But yeah, so outro, is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
Kinda all
yeah,
over
yeah,
the
I think
place
so.
here. All right. But no, so my hot take, I said it off air, and you said it wasn't that hot of a take. Spring training's boring. The baseball season just needs to start. It does. It does.
Yeah.
And one thing I still have yet to do as a living human being is going to an opening day baseball game. Have you ever gone
To multiple.
to multiple? See, I've never
I haven't either,
gone.
I don't think.
So obviously this season I think we open up in LA, so it's not a true
Like opening day.
opening
but
day
Home-
game.
Go home opening day counts. It counts.
I think so.
You think so? If it the home opener?
yeah, I think the home opener.
Yeah, but
counts.
that's not opening day.
No, but like the team
That's
will
the
still.
home opener
This
Well,
team will
yes.
still make like a spectacle.
Are we
of it.
playing the
Well, yeah.
Are we playing the Dodgers?
on the road. I thought, right?
Yeah, no, they
Are we playing the
against-
Dodgers or the Angels?
I want to say it's like the Angels. It was. We looked at it not that long ago.
Yeah, whatever. So
How about we just go to that then? It's
Go-
not very far.
Go to LA.
yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
You want to go to LA?
Road trip.
That's in like a month,
opening day?
dude. I clicked on NFL. I went to click on MLB.
We could probably find like $79 flights there and back.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. On
Yeah,
we
you
could
know,
even go. We could even go same day. We fly out there, go to the game, fly back.
I've done that to go to LA before.
You know how much those tickets are, though?
The baseball tickets. Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. More than the flights, probably.
Oh yeah,
you guys are
for sure.
You know, I know you're trying to have families and all this kind of stuff, so you're trying to line your pockets. That's fine.
Okay,
but you got to
Mike,
start
you know what?
thinking about the experiences that
All
can be
right.
had as older adults. How many more are we going to be able to do before little Cynthia is crying at 2 in the
Cynthia.
You
You're
know
gonna
what I'm
name?
saying?
Is that your first daughter's name?
Yeah,
It's
it
gonna
might be.
Cynthia.
It might be. Chat, let us know what I should name my first
Oh
daughter.
my lord.
Chat. All right, Tallman, is that? are you
Yeah,
gonna-
that's here. I just want to. Okay, you can. All right, you know what the cheapest ticket is for opening day at Dodger Stadium?
$120.
$281.
Easy.
Easy, Mike
Easy.
says.
for a life experience.
I'm gonna pay $112 to play
For a life
Western Skies
experience.
golf round.
for a life experience.
I have a hard enough time watching the Dodgers in Chase Field. I don't know if I could be among that crowd.
You don't want to go to
in
the
Dodger
ravine?
Stadium.
I've been to that stadium. Granted, I was a child, and my dad got in a fight in the parking lot.
Yeah, maybe we
It's-
shouldn't.
yeah,
if
it's,
VSP Tallman is coming, yeah, never mind. Off the
I'm
list.
not.
Mike,
I
we'll
don't-
talk.
If it was in Anaheim,
Get out of here.
Yeah,
we could do Anaheim.
There we go. We could do
but-
Anaheim.
Anyway,
Okay.
it's been fun though, guys. That's
Yeah,
my outro.
like Mike said, always a pleasure. Love having you guys come
Like
out
Mike.
to the Valley Sports Plug Studios. This is our once a month in-person podcast recording, and we're going to get this out for you sometime in the next week. So obviously, if you're listening to this and you've been this far in the podcast, thank you so much. You're a real one, and we love you. Make sure you are liking and subscribing our YouTube channel. That is our main push there, but also you can also check out the audio-only platforms at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find Valley Sports Plug, and make sure to follow us at AZ_VSP on Instagram, X, TikTok, and so much more. All of our links are in the description below, and you can stay up to date on everything going on Valley Sports. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Had a lot of fun. Until next time, I'm Chris Patrick, full Michael Benjamin, and VSP Tallman. Peace.